So today's daily coding question is about the pop statement, in particular this little statement that we see appear its head 3 times over here. So we've got this pop. And what we actually have is we've got this function block here, which is func_stack. That's the name of the actual function. And inside of the function, we've got this variable stack, and it's assigned a value, and the value is a list. And the list contains 4 items: car, candy, fruit, and bike. And then we move on to the next line, and we've got these results. And the results is the return value of whatever is on the right hand side of this particular expression over here. And then finally our function returns back these results. So it feeds into here and returns it back, and then we print out our function_stack. And the question is what is the actual answer? Is it car? Is it candy? Is it fruit? Or is it bike over here? So we're going to go and have a little inspection of what this actually is. And the first thing I've done is actually print out this actual statement over here. So we've got all of it, but I've split these results bits. So this piece over here, I split it over onto 3 lines just so that it looks a little bit clearer to us. And we understand this part here. I'm going to actually remove the docstring part, or at least I'll just call it our func stack statement. It's just a docstring. So the first line, we know what this does, which is actually a stack. And what I'm going to do is, just as a piece of exploration, is I'm going to actually take this stack here and paste it over here, because it really, what we want to do is sort of like investigate and see what this pop function does. Now if I do take the pop function and hover over it, it says remove and return item at index. So it's going to give us something back, this particular pop statement. So I should do something like stack.pop1, just like this. Now if there was nothing else here, what would actually come back from this stack.pop? Because it's saying it returns something, and it actually returns a string here. And it raises an index error if the index is out of range, but our index is not out of range. We've definitely got an index of 1 here. So if I was to run stack.pop1, remember that indices are, or that lists and arrays are indexed at 0. So the first index is 0, the next index is number 1, then a number 2, and this is index number 3 over here. So we're doing a pop of 1, which means that we are going to do a pop of this particular index. So it should return us back candy. And if I actually just run this little block of code here, we get a candy that does come back. So what's actually going to happen in that respect? And the first thing that I'm going to say is it looks like candy actually gets popped from the array, because stack.pop1 is actually referencing candy, so that goes. Now we go into the next part of the statement, and it's if stack.pop0 is not equal to candy. And we see here that stack.pop0, which is going to be the car. So if we were going to do that, that car would also be popped out of this list. And then finally it's saying else stack.pop. And stack.pop on its own we saw from the actual expression itself, and if I kind of like hover over it again, if we don't put anything in there, it just does a -1, which means it pops the last item from the index. So it actually looks like bike also gets popped out of the index in this particular if-else structure. And what's actually just left remaining looks to me like it's going to be fruit. So if that is the case, then fruit is going to be the actual results, what goes into results, and that's going to get returned. So the return value of func_stack is going to be fruit. So let's just see if that actually works, because we can run our actual function now and see that live in action, and hopefully I've guessed it right, but I'm not sure, I'm not 100% sure. But I'm going for this item over here, which is fruits, that's going to get removed from this particular list. And bear in mind, I might get this wrong, but this is, because I'm doing this live, because all of the code that I do is live. If it's wrong, then I crash and burn in real time, should we say. But let's just hit the return, and yeah, indeed we do get fruit. So it does look like at least my global understanding of this is correct. If you have any comments on this in particular, or any questions, by all means put your comments or questions in the comments and questions in the comments section down below on the actual video. And if you found this useful, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the follow button, and even if you didn't find it useful, also hit the like, follow and subscribe buttons. So this is the pop statement effectively for our daily coding question in Python.